Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mias and welcome to my Subterror Dragoon, I guess, combo and deck profile video. Well, to be fair, I'm only showing one combo because ain't it Subterror. what combos am I gonna show? Like Guru, flip, get an effect, set a card, and pass? Yeah, you know, it'll be a bit more than that. So, yeah, of course, before you start, of course, friendly reminder to like and subscribe would really make me quite happy and motivated to keep making videos like these. So let's jump right into it, honestly. So Hidden City is actually going to search for Guru, which by the way is a dragon, so you can make Guard Dragon LP with that. Really interesting in case you want to, I don't know, do some nasty shenanigans with World Legacy Guard Dragon. Maybe play Guru in your Dragon Link deck. I'm obviously joking, but yeah, Hidden City right there. If you want to play like a one-card self-sufficient engine, you would actually have to search that final battle and not the Fiendes, sorry, because the final battle can actually get you way more effect triggers than just a Fiendes. Fiendes is like a one negate and that's it, that's all. And also it's reactive, whereas Guru can actually have a proactive effect when you have another face-up Subterror card on the field, and I'm going to show you that right now. So our opponent is going to go normal summon Jaguar. We can actually flip this to prevent effect negation, so our opponent won't be able to, like, I don't know, Ash or something like that if we have another Subterror card at our disposal. I don't know, maybe another final battle to flip it again, and then, you know, get the effect to search a Subterror card. However, we're actually going to chain the effect of Guru to flip both monsters face down, and now this is where the snowballing comes in, and I swear to God, I don't see a lot of people play this interesting card in their extra deck that actually allows Guru to do quite more than just set a bunch of monsters and do nothing for 10 years. So we are actually going to flip it, and then get the effect to search for Fiendes. Then at this point, we're actually going to make Striker Dragon. Again, I don't see anyone playing Striker Dragon. This card's really good in Sky Striker because you can search it with Engage, recycle it back with Kagari. It's really good in Guru because you can turn Guru into Striker Dragon, which gets you a dragon in the graveyard. So, okay, you should find it. I'm done using the term dragon. It's really dumb. You can revive Guru back with Fiendes. Technically, you can also make Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, which, again, is another really adorable play if you want to get rid of, I don't know, annoying monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed. Like the Undestructible Avramax, now you know that it's super easy to out it. Or, well, actually, no, Guru plus Final Battle already outs the Avramax. It only gains attack when it battles a special summon monster. But yeah, this will actually allow you to have two monsters on the field with the Guru still on the field. So you can actually make Anaconda while actually keeping a Guru, so you can keep that Final Battle flow of cards kind of going. And it's actually crazy. The one time in history where Guru can actually get Nibiru'd. It's really insane. So imagine the one time. And besides, it's fine because the 5th summon is a negate, and this can actually search a negate, so it doesn't change anything to your freaking life, but still. And at this point, it's pretty much game over for our opponent. We have 10 billion negates, and yeah, it's just a Happy Land City. So now that this is out of the way, let's get into the deck profile. Alrighty then, so for the deck profile, of course, I chose to play 3 Dimension Shifter and 3 Ash. No Imperm, no Veiler, no Ghost Bell, none of that. I feel like these are the best hand traps to play in Subterror. This, again, covers all the rogue decks and control decks that you really have to check, because otherwise this deck is going to have a lot of issues. And Dimension Shifter is kind of that cheat card that allows you to randomly steal games that you have no business winning going second against combo decks. So everyone can kind of agree that you don't really need your graveyard that much. You can definitely live without it. As a matter of fact, you can kind of afford to play with Macrocosmos and D-Fisher in case you really want to play them. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this would work too much because you have to send Fiendes from the hand to the graveyard to negate something, so it won't work that well. But Dimension Shifter at least, so you can kind of cog block their combo, and then, you know, on their second turn, so on turn 3, then you'll be able to use your Fiendes. So they kind of have to pass turn, which makes it so it kind of makes it so you won the dice roll, if you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, triple Guru, 1 Nemesis Archer, yeah, and then 3 Fiendes. This is just so obvious. The one thing that I do have to explain is that I personally hate Umastrix. I think it makes no sense to play whatsoever because it's a huge brick and only does something when your hand is extremely good. Otherwise, it just sits in your hand for 10 years and never has a single chance to be used. And anything that Umastrix does is something that your deck can inherently do anyway. So if you want to play bricks, you might as well just play these kind of bricks. So Red Eyes Fusion, Red Eyes Insight, Wyvern, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician. They're the best bricks to play. So I don't know, it's just Maastricht sucks, man. Just focus on making the bad hands better instead of the good hands better. That's the right mentality. Anyways, Red Eyes Wyvern, because that's the card you pitch for Insight, so you can search for Fusion. And then, of course, the bad bricks that you don't really want to draw. 3 Red Eyes Fusion, the Terraforming, and 3 Hidden City, 3 Disparity. No Extravagance, and no Duality. This is the one interesting thing. So, Extravagance wouldn't work well when you're playing Dragoon, because if you banish 3 Dragoon, you instantly lose the ability to summon it, so it makes it so you wouldn't want to play Insight and Wyvern, but then these cards become bricks, so it is counterintuitive, because you really want to draw them, but at the same time, if you draw them with Extravagance, you might get punished really hard, and then, I don't know, yeah, no, Extravagance has that RNG aspect. It conflicts with it conflicts with Disparity, because you can't draw the turn use Disparity, and Disparity is just overpowered in this deck, because it doesn't matter how many cards you have in Subterror if you don't have specifically Hidden City or Guru. Specifically Hidden City, it's way better. You are extremely late behind because your cards just don't have effects yet. Like Fiendess won't do much. Dimension Shifter can only protect you from 1 turn. Okay, sure, these cards allow you to stay in the game for a bit. Final Battle doesn't have an effect without Guru. And then Nemesis Archer, I guess, can float into Guru, but if you have no way of stopping your opponent outside of that, well, your opponent is just going to beat you regardless, so it doesn't really change too much, especially if you draw like these bricks on top. So being able to excavate 6 cards and take a really high impact card really matters that much at making your deck much more consistent, so yeah. And then, of course, Called by the Grave, triple punishment, because outside of, like, Anaconda into Dragoon, or just Red Eyes Fusion to Dragoon, your extra deck is just a pile of BS that you never really use. And ironically, almost every single one of the cards here can be used in a legitimate, real way. So it's not just filler for fun, and I'm going to explain it later on. But yeah, so 3 punishment, 3, there can only be 1. No summon limit in the main deck because it has less value going second since you're already going up against an established board. But citing it in going first is broken. So that's why there can only be 1 at least bricks boards. It's not just, okay, for like starting from now you can't summon more monsters. It's not like that. It's kind of like a Regeki during your opponent's turn 2. A better Regeki because they have to send the cards. So even if they have a bunch of towers, it still affects them. And also they're not destroyed. So they usually don't really get too many effects. And it's not by a card effect. So it wouldn't really trigger like shadows and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, Triple Strike and Final Battle. No Judgment. I think the Judgment is just not a good card. To main deck at least, especially not in a deck like this. I don't know. It's just unorganic. Anyways, Merkaba with Nova for the Maximus Dragma targets, and then Dragoon, of course, that's the card that you can summon. Double Entis, Omega, and then when Pegasus Ignister. Omega can actually be summoned with Gamma resolving in game 2 and 3, which, by the way, stands for 50 to 67% of your game, so definitely don't underestimate side decking and game 2 and 3. We're not just deck building to beat people on game 1, that would be bad. And then when Pegasus Ignister, just more targets for the Dragma punishment on top of Entis. Double Zeus, because yes, you can actually summon Xyz monsters in this freaking deck. You actually play a bunch of Zodiac Xyz because triple Tactic Talents is good going second against Zodiac-based strategies. They just try to, I don't know, destroy one of your cards. You just 3 Tactical Talents steal, and I guess there's that. Or against a generic deck with a bunch of level 4s, you could actually overlay 2 level 4s, I don't know, one of their level 4s and your Guru, especially if you play Crackdown, make a Chakanine and then splash, like, just vomit all the other Zodiac monsters on top, attack, and then Zeus and stuff like that. I don't know, it's funny. It actually makes a lot of sense in theory, especially because of the tactical talents, so yeah, definitely something to also consider. And then Striker Dragon because of the combo that I showed at the very beginning of the video. Really funny. Again, nobody plays this, but everybody should with Anaconda. Again, it's not because you only want to draw Red Eyes Fusion and Insight that you should neglect proper extra deck building. So literally everything here makes sense. Maybe the second Zeus is completely irrelevant. You don't have to play 2 Zeus. But yeah, 14 out of 15 cards in the extra deck can be used quite reliably and consistently, quote unquote. 4 cards in the extra deck are dedicated just to triple Tactic Talents. But again, if you play Crackdown, this makes even more sense. So yeah, moving on to the idea section. BLS is actually a pretty good card, but it wouldn't really make too much sense to play in a deck like this if you don't play Crackdown, because it's hard to get that level 7 or higher monster. I guess Magician Souls could almost make sense in a way, sending Dimension Shifter with your surplus Hidden City, but no, actually that makes no sense. Don't play Magician Souls. And then, yeah, Cyframe Driver with Gamma. Numastrix is just, nah, no bueno. It's a reptile? It looks like a rock or something. I mean, it looks like a dinosaur, or I guess a reptile. Yeah, it looks like a giant Sand Slash. Yeah, the evolution of Sandshrew. Anyways, Tactic Talent, Summon Limit, Anti-Spell, Imperial Order, Fun Ending Nightmare, Never Ending Fun. Shoutouts to Nadir, or Farfa, and Solemn Judgment, because we're pussies and we hate getting Lightning Stormed, Even Lead, Dustered on game 2 and 3. But it's fine since Anti-Spell and Imperial Order kind of takes care of that for you. Oh, and Imperial Iron Wall. Don't forget about that card. Really broken. Oh, that's it. That's all for this beautiful Subterror Dragoon deck profile combo review. Anything you want. So, if you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.